In Ottawa, it looks like the vote will finally happen tomorrow on whether to suspend those 3 former Conservative senators. Tonight, one of their colleagues is telling Global News the punishment is too lenient and too late. Couteur has more.
If I were the police chief, these are my employees, I would have gone for expulsion. They would never be back.
A strong statement from Ottawa's former top cop. Senator Vern White is speaking out because he's frustrated. He thinks the proposed punishment of Senators Pamela Wallin, Mike Duffy and Patrick Brazeau is too lenient and has been dragging on for far too long.
For me, I thought doing some of these earlier would have been helpful. And I think it would have sent the right message that the public was looking for, that we're holding people to account as soon as we can.
Instead, it's taken months for the Senate to police itself. In that time, Duffy has dropped political bombshells on the Prime Minister's office, implicating more people from Stephen Harper's inner circle. And White worries this scandal hits too close to the PMO because it involves Harper's former chief of staff, Nigel Wright.
Who he pulled in or didn't pull in, I think, is a concern as well. You know, I think we need to ensure that there's a separation, but also that there's not influence. And I think that payment crosses that line.
Now, the Conservatives' chief fundraiser, Senator Irving Gerstein, is allegedly one of those people Wright pulled in to discuss repaying Duffy's expenses. Nigel Wright told the RCMP the Conservative Party was ready to bail out Duffy for $30,000, but backed out when the bill hit $90,000.
I made it absolutely clear to Nigel Wright that the Conservative Fund Canada would not pay for Senator Duffy's disputed expenses, and it never did.
That admission this weekend has opposition parties calling for Gerstein to be investigated as well.
So which version of this story does the Prime Minister believe? Which version of this story does the Parliamentary Secretary believe? Wright's story or Gerstein's story? Which is it?
But the Conservatives continue to say Wright acted alone.
Mr. Speaker, it's quite clear that the Conservative Party did not pay the expenses of Senator Duffy. Mr. Wright himself has said that he paid those expenses. He understands and knows that that was not appropriate, and he's prepared to be accountable for that decision.
While the debate over these punishments continues, there is word tonight that it won't be one size fits all. The Conservatives are saying they may split up the motion into 3 parts, meaning that members of the upper chamber can choose to punish one senator but not another. It's just the latest odd turn in this whole affair, Donna, which should wrap up tomorrow with the final vote in the evening.
All right, Couteur watching the Senate in Ottawa. Thank you.